Okay. Hi. I'm going to start a vlog or episodes for the longest, but I haven't had the urgency to sit down and actually do it. And I made a video on Instagram today and decided why not. So, I think the first one, this one is going to be about my college experience so far at school. I don't really plan on all my vlogs being school related, but we'll see where this goes. Okay, so I'm a freshman. It's my second semester, and I'm not gonna really say what school, but if you see me, hey, um, don't be scared. Don't be scared to speak. I'm cool people. Um, but yeah, so coming to college, I thought it was gonna be overly stressful. And let me just say this first. Okay, I already had a good study habits. Well, not good, but like I don't play by my grades. So I was like, not gonna go in playing with these folks. I'm go in and get my work, and I wanted it to be on dean's list and everything the first semester. Okay, so that didn't happen, but I still had a really good GPA. I had 3.4, and I wasn't really all that satisfied. But hey, a 3.4 is better than what some people had, so I'm grateful. But yeah, so I felt like the first thing, coming into college, I was like, okay, oh, I'm gonna be away from my folks. Well, being around my folks wasn't really that big of a deal when I was in high school. They kind of let me do, what I wanted to do. Like it wasn't like I couldn't like rip and run and come in all hours of the night, but I still had freedom. Um, so when I get to college, I was like, okay, well, it's not gonna be that much difference. It's just gonna be like, okay, no one is actually checking to see if I'm in the house at a decent hour or in my dorm at a decent hour. It's on me. And the first month, I would say, because I came to college with a large group of my friends, well, associates, and some close friends, and we went out every weekend for the first month, probably a month and a half. And my grades were still good, but that was at the point where nothing was actually, going on. Because honestly, your first week and your first not week, couple, I say month in college is kind of like your first month in school. It's not really overly stressful. I mean, you have work, but it's not like oh my gosh, like, oh yeah, my professors, I don't know if it's just my university, but my professors aren't really, haven't really been that, oh, well, you have it on your own. Like, some of my professors were really like high school teachers, like my math, oh my gosh, my math professor, she like, if you came into the class late, she was like, we started, whatever time it was, and like, it reminded me of high school, like, she was stripping them out the time it started. It's like, okay, well, I'm paying for this, it doesn't even affect you. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's not exactly like how people say portray. I'm sure when I get into a higher level, my higher classes, then I get actually into my major, then yeah, those professors would probably be like that. But the ones I have now, I think they kind of understand that okay, they're coming from high school, so they're in their transition phase. So they kind of not so much baby you. Now don't get me wrong, they're not gonna do the keep up with your work for you, but they help you and they understand where you're coming from. Okay, so that's that. But back to what I was saying about, me going out every weekend. So yeah, I was going out like every weekend. And for the first month, I was going to church. And to me, going to church every Sunday is like a big thing. And not to bash any of my friends, but they just were chilling and they didn't really it wasn't I don't know if it was a big deal to them as it was to me that the fact that I wasn't going to church. So luckily I had a tutor and she actually went to the church that I had heard about here and that I wanted to go to. So I said, okay, cool. Can I go to church with you? Yeah, that worked. Okay, so now I'm going to church. So now my relationship with God is getting back to where I want it to be. Okay, great. I'm happy about that. That's great. I feel like that's important. If you feel like you have a relationship with God, do not lose that, because in college, a lot of people do lose their relationship, their the closeness of their relationship with God. Let me say it like that, not necessarily their entire relationship. But that's when a lot of people get lost and tend to lose their way on what God has for them, and what His plan is for them, because they're trying to do their own thing. And I didn't want to be that person, so I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna, actually go start back going to church. Even though it's not my church at home, but I heard it was a cool church. Okay, love the church, by the way. It was amazing. Yeah, I mean it is. Still go there. Okay, so that, and then with partying so much, it's like here it's not like a party every night. Like I don't go to one of those schools where it's like, oh, it's a party every night. But don't get me wrong, like we party hard. And when the weekend hits, I say the weekend, but it really starts on like Thursday. When Thursday gets here, it's like, okay, time to turn up. Lay the books aside, because it's time to act up. All right, well, luckily last semester I only had one class on Friday, and it was like at 1:25, so it didn't really affect me that much, because it was like, okay, whatever. It was a class 1:25. I could lay in bed all day, get up and go. So I tend to go out a lot on Thursday nights, and it was like, okay. Then Friday, then it's like me and my friends would choose, whether or not to go out. What day we would go out on the weekend, because we didn't go out every day on the weekend. It'd be like, we go out Friday, we're staying in the house Saturday, or if we go out Saturday, we're gonna chill on Friday, something like that. But yeah, so that was that, and then I ended up getting a job, and that became really stressful. I'd say this, the word of advice about that, if you're, thinking about getting a job your first semester as a freshman, in college, depending on your course load, I had 15 hours, so it was a bit much. Um, it wasn't really that overwhelming, but like this semester, I decided I wasn't gonna have a job. But I literally just decided that, and because I have 16 hours, and I feel so much more free. Like I have so much time on my hands to do so much stuff, and I think my grades are gonna look a whole lot better than they did last semester. But yeah, if you want to get a job, or if you have to get a job, it's doable. Trust me, like you can definitely do it. Like I still had time to do what I wanted to do. I kept my job and all that, and my grades were still pretty good, and I still had a social life, and I actually did get some sleep. I don't know how. Thank God, it was amazing. But but I'm a night person anyway, so I kind of sleep to me is like 6 hours. I'm good off 6 hours. So if you like the person that's gotta get their 8 hours, or more, then maybe the job thing's not for you. But hey, if you gotta do it, you gotta do it. More power to you. But yeah, my grades. I talked about that. I talked about my relationship with God. I don't know, but so far my college experience has been great. I didn't suffer from that whole not being around my parents thing like that, because I love not like I love my parents, but I love being on my own. Like honestly, being independent is so amazing. Even though I'm not completely independent, but no, seriously, like actually having to do stuff on my own, I'm so good. Honestly, my room used to be so junky at home, but now if you come in my dorm room, 9 times out of 10 it's so clean. But yeah, I just say don't lose yourself when you come to college. Like, if be the same person that you were when you left home, because I witnessed so many people change, and it's like just because you're away, you know what I'm saying? Like, your folks won't let you do that, or that's not how you are. Don't get to college and get arrogant and forget your friends. And oh, and that's another thing. People don't believe that in one semester, well, people who haven't experienced it don't believe that in one semester so much Your mentality literally changes so much. Like, I've only been in school for a semester, but I'm so much more mature than I was when I graduated from high school. Even the summer following, like, it's so much, such a difference. You notice such a huge change in how you think, how you act, literally. Like that, those 3 months or your first semester, however long your first semester is such a life changing experience because you're actually okay. I'm finally on my own, so I can finally see my character. And then that's another thing I had to kind of talk to my folks or my mom especially about because it's like she was. I know she was worried about me going away. I'm not that far, but she was still worried. And it's like you have to trust that you know you raised me. Now it's my time to see if you know to test how you raise me. Basically, if you trust that you raised me right, then you shouldn't be worried. But I feel like a lot of people don't understand that you literally change so much in this time frame. Like if the first semester, and I mean people see the change like physically. I dress different. I wear makeup more now. But that's just whatever. But I'm saying like it's so much more than my outward appearance. Like inside of me, I'm a whole new person than what I was, and I witnessed other people become a whole new like become whole new people. People I didn't even associate with, like literally could not have a civilized conversation with them in school. Now we can talk and have cool conversation. I'm not saying they're my friends, but I can definitely respect them more than what I did before school. So yeah, it's definitely been a life changing experience. Um, I know this is kind of like me just blabbering about stuff, but I really didn't know what to talk about. So if anybody has a suggestion about what to talk about, it doesn't have to be school related. I just figured this would be a good topic because I can talk for 12 minutes about this nonstop one take. Um, but if anybody has anything you know, to suggest to me talk about next time. I guess I'll do one in a week or so. Comment below. Bye. Have a nice day.